Hello, hello. It is Tuesday, and you know what day it is. It's crafting day, and I'm super excited because it's a new month. And a new month means brand new designs. So I have been so excited to share these with you. Now, if you're in workshop week, you got a little bit of a sneak peek last night. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the design drop. I'm going to show you all of the designs for June. If you're new around here, basically we release new designs every month. Our members get access first, and so I'm going to go through what those all are, and then everyone else that has been waiting for the May Mountain Moving Faith designs, those are going to be available to you on Thursday, so you'll be able to snag those. If you saw us last month and you're like, I want those Mountain Moving Faith ones, those will be available on Thursday. Only because I haven't got them added to the website yet, because it's workshop week and it's been crazy around here. So a lot has been going on. But before I get into what we're doing this month for June, I want to show you some of the designs from the group from last month. So I'm going to pull that up here. And I see people popping on, so let me know if you have, if there's an echo. There shouldn't be. I think I got everything set up correctly. This is a little bit of a new setup with the camera for this streaming thing. I moved the upper one and then changed this one around. So now I think you can see me both here and there. So this version here with me in it is still going to be backwards, but I think I got a better overhead version for you. We'll see. I'm always changing things, but you never know. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Cindy. Also, if you are regulars, I did not send out the text today because of workshop week. I'll be sending out a text tonight, and I just didn't want to bombard everyone with text. And a lot of the workshop week are new people. And so if I would send it out in the morning, because we had this little hiccup last week, if I sent out the one for now, they think it's the workshop week one, and then they think they're missing it and they got all confused. So I just decided not to send out the text today. So if you're used to that, so sorry, but that's why you didn't get the text. I'm just trying not to bombard everyone. Hey, Miss Deborah. You know, I try to make the best decisions, but you know, it doesn't always work out the way I had intended. Okay, so I got new people in here, but what I wanted to show you is some of the Mountain Moving Faith bookend kits that we did. So let me show you the one. I have one behind me. You can see here. There's another one up there. Those are the ones in the tutorial. And then this is the one that I did on the live for the members. That we just had our live crafting event in the member group on Saturday. So this is the one that I did. I've got to learn where my center is now. This is the one I did on the live in the Saturday workshop. So we've got printables, this is paper, and then we had the little faith tree there. So that's what we worked on. But let me show you some of the other ones, because these ladies are so creative. So we had, let me remove this camera actually. So we had this one from Miss Debbie. She actually did two. So she did that one, and then she did this one as well. So that second one, she's got the printables on there, and she was able to repurpose that main design that got messed up in the printing. And we are sending that out, but that was her version. And I'm going to go through a couple other ones. This was Miss Robin James. She said, this was so much fun. I love how she used the green kind of antiquing in the background. Well, that was a video of me showing them how to seal. Let me go through some more here. Here's another one. This is from Angie Robinson. How cute is that one? She's got the back all antiqued. I love the extra trees in there. So pretty. Let's see what else we've got. I think there's a couple more. Here's another one from Miss Terry. I gotta say it right. Terry Harsh. She's got my favorite color in there. That's that celery. It's such a weird that it's called celery because it dries much darker. And I think there's one more. Let me just make sure. Here's another one from Linda. Oops, I gotta go the wrong way. Miss Linda's. So there she's got the transfers. And then this other one is a transfer too from the Mountain Moving Faith transfer set. And we'll do one more. This is, the first one was, that last one was Linda. Oh, Linda did too. So here's Linda's other one. So cute. So tons of inspiration. Hey, Miss Pam. After I saw theirs, I was excited to try a different technique. And so that's why I went with this one. But this was a super fun project. We completely sold out of these kits. They were very popular. I know we have a few that were reselling them and a few that were gifting them. All right, I had to add me back in. But that was last month's kit. So this month's project, I'm going to show you the project first, and then I'll go through the designs. This month's theme is a fruitful servant. So this is the project that we're going to be doing for this month. It is, I think this thing is like, let me see how high it is. It's 14 inches tall. So 14 inches by, it'll look at this, by 8. So it's meant to be like a door hanger, but obviously you can use it anywhere or put it on a stand. So the kit clubs come with everything that you need to do the stand. I'm going to put it down this way so you can see it. Everything that you need to do the sign. It's got all the little pieces, the little fruit pieces, all the things to make the fabric and cloth bows. And then if you have the transfer kit club, I did this version that has, this is a transfer on here. So this one's using one of the napkins. And then this one is using one of the transfers. So I had to do both for the tutorial, but that's the full project kit. So we have the, we have 3 different versions that have the kit. We have the deluxe club where you get the transfers and the napkins and everything to make the kit. We also have just the transfer club where you get everything to make the kit and just the transfers. And then we also have the napkin club kit, which is everything to make the kit plus the napkins. Now, if you don't want the project whatsoever, we also have those individually. So you can just get the napkins, you can just get the printables, or you can just get the transfers. So with that, I'm going to unbox, and I will do the printables first. And that's what I'm going to be crafting with today is the printables. I think it was Elizabeth Bucci that was like, those would be so cute on jars. Like if we could use the sticky paper that we did last week, could we use them on jars? And that's what we're going to be doing today. I have a couple ideas. So I have like a gifting idea and then another one that could also be a gifting idea if you fill it with something else. So I've got an empty jar and then I've got a jar that you could just purchase and do something with. So I know it doesn't make sense now. We'll get to it. I do have to ask you to bear with me today. I'm a teeny bit frazzled just because we have a lot going on here. We've got workshop week happening. It's kicked off last night at 5. So we did our first workshop week session, which you can still join workshop week if you haven't yet. But we did these adorable little tags using printables. And then I showed how this would be such a great idea. You could just fit a gift card in here. And so this could be a Father's Day gift. It could be, I know Mother's Day is gone, but birthdays, Christmas is coming up. They make cute ornaments. How cute would it be to have an ornament and then this in it? But I just thought it was fun because you could stick something in the back of it. You could put a little note. You could put some cash. So just a great way to gift. And then also great for resale too, because you could put like a fake gift card in here when you resell it to give people the idea that you could use it for that. So that was night 1. Tonight we're going to be doing transfers with the chippy technique. I don't know. I have that one somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but we'll get to it. Oh, it's right here. This is the one that we'll be doing tonight in the workshop week. So we're going to be doing this chippy technique and we'll be making this one with transfers. So on to the unboxing. Hi, Miss Linda. Hey, Cindy. So this is the Printables Club for this month. So again, this month's theme is Fruitful Servant. And just as a reminder, if you're already a member, do not go into the printables and go in there and buy them again, because when you go in there, it creates another membership for you. And so you'll actually get charged twice, because if you're already a member of the Deluxe Club or the Printables Club, your printables are going to come through on the 1st. Okay. So if you go in there now and try to download them, it's going to charge you again. And then on the 1st, it's going to charge you again. So you'll get double charged. We've had it happen randomly. There's like 1 or 2 people each month that try and do that. So just as a courtesy warning, you'll get them on the 1st. So just hold tight a little bit. They're coming. It's only like a few days away. But this is going to be the theme. So we have sheet 1, and this has the fruit of the righteous and well done, good and faithful servant. These are sized for coasters. So these are like your 4-inch size. Then we have a larger graphic here. Ye shall know them by their fruits. And we have these adorable little strawberries here. Love this. As I'm like showing you, I'm changing my mind about what I want to do on the live. So I was going to use a different one, but now I'm thinking I'm really liking this one. And I think I'm going to use that one instead. Okay, it's fine. I get to do that, right? Cindy was thinking I grow lavender and can put the lavender in the pockets. Oh, Cindy, that would be amazing. And it would smell so good. Now, this one is sheet 2, and it's well done, good and faithful servant. So you can see this month it's got limes, it's got strawberries, got a little bit of watermelon. So we're thinking, I was kind of thinking like pink lemonade meets summer picnic is what we were kind of the look we were going for. You've got these adorable banners here. There's a bunch of banners on these for the card makers. And these should be, a lot of these should be sized for cards too. So like these 2 would be good on cards. This one would work for a card. And then all the little, like embellishment type things. And this is where I think we're going to have fun with the sticker paper with all these. All right. Sheet 3 is some tags. And so these have repeating patterns. Now these 4, I'll say thank you, but these other ones don't have anything on them. So we've got thank you on these, and then these ones don't have anything. So you can just write or stamp on them. To your heart's content. Again, all of the lovely strawberries. We've got butterflies in there. This one's got flowers. So exciting. We've got jam. I was thinking jam jars. And then we get into the actual jam jar labels. I feel like my lighting on this one isn't the greatest. Let me scooch some stuff around. Also, I'm reminding myself I didn't get my glue gun close enough. Hold on. I don't think we'll need the iron today, but I will need the glue gun. I'm going to just turn that thing on. And then I'm going to move my light a little closer. So bear with me. I'm trying to make it so that you can see a little better. Maybe it looks better for you. I don't know. So we've got 3 jam jars on this sheet. So this one actually says Fruitful Servant Jam. This one says Fruit of the Faith from the Kitchen of. So you could use these for those that are bakers. And then we also have Good Fruits Made with Love. So that would, you could use that one for anything. And then we've got some matching banners on here, some yellow with the polka dots. And it does look a little more yellow on that side than it is. You can kind of see the colors a little bit better on this one. Let me go through these other ones really quick because I feel like the overhead is not giving the colors the right tones. So you can see that a really bright yellow, soft pink. And we'll do this last one. I don't know why the overhead is just, it's just not always the best. Cindy says she loves strawberries and lemon things, and these are so cute. I am in love with them, especially after the whole May debacle. I couldn't wait to get into June and just turn the page and have some more fun, minus spelling errors. If you know, you know. This is your repeating pattern sheet. So these are designed for you to print out multiples, and if you cut them right on the lines, then you can print multiple and cover a larger project. So if you were doing like a shelf or something larger, they will match up exactly and you can use them in multiple. So this one has the lemons and the strawberries, and then you've got the daisies on the bottom. So cute. And then your 2 bonus sheets. These are, again, we have the Fruitful Servant Jam, Fruit of the Faith from the Kitchen of, and another Good Fruits Made with Love. But we've got different colors and different patterns. So a little bit different from the other one. You've got now a pink border with polka dots, and then you've got the lemons instead of the strawberries. So I'll show you. And then the last sheet is another sheet of tags. And again, same color scheme, but we've got different designs. The other one was more strawberries. These ones are all lemons. So you've got the thank you on these 2. You've got these 4 that are blank. And then you've got thank you on these 2 here. And so I'll show you those. So cute. So that is the Printable Club for June. Now, if you're a member of the Deluxe Club, you get the printables for free. That one is the best value. If you're not a member of the Deluxe Club, let's go ahead and unbox the actual kit here. I'm going to put it on my lap and then just bring the pieces up here so you can see what all this includes. All right, so you're gonna get the, I don't want to confuse my strawberry that I'm using today. So you're gonna get 2 sheets of junk journal paper. This paper is not actually the paper that you're getting. The ones that are included are bright colors and they actually match this, but I had packed this box before they, before we pulled out the other design. Lisa Bates says, can any of them fit in the pop and swap frames? Good question. I know the squares will, I don't think they would fit exactly. Let me grab my frame. That is a good point because we should be making them. This one is a little bit, well, you can get the middle part and not the border. You know what? I think I'm going to resize these for that because that's a really good point. They're supposed to. I'm going to resize them before they run. Because that's a really good point. I will resize these down. This is why I like unboxing first because then I get the feedback that we need. Yeah, I will resize both of these bigger graphics so that they will fit the pop and swap frame because they were supposed to, and I forgot to check before I printed them. So I will resize them. If you've already signed up for your printables this month, we're just going to send you an updated link. So don't worry if you're new and you're like, I already got them. We only have a few. I think there's like 4 people. So thank you for bringing that up, Deborah, because that should have happened. You guys got my back. I love it. This is why we're a team, right? Okay, so we'll resize those. And I'll remind Megan that we need to be doing that. Lisa says, adorable, love the fruits. I bought some strawberries I plan to use with these. Oh, so fun. I know, I want more strawberry beads. I'm not going to lie. All right. So then you're going to get your sign backer, and you're going to get your little mason jar cutout, and then you'll get a stem of foliage. So you guys know when we send the foliage, there's like 8 different versions of these. So I got this one. You can see in the one that I used, it was a different set. So you might get different greenery. You might have greenery in your collection that you want to use instead. Totally fine. So then you're going to get 3 different colors. It might not be these 3, and it might not be these patterns, but you'll get 3 different versions of colors to use for the flowers that we make on it. You'll get a bundle of the jute to make your jute flowers. You're going to get your sticker and your card, and then let me dump out this other stuff here. Cindy says, hi, love this. Still enjoying your ideas and crafts. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I feel like that's the fun part is coming up with the things and then seeing how to work. All right. And then the sticker, I don't even think that's the right sticker, but you'll get a vinyl sticker in there. I don't know which sticker's in it. You guys, this is the kit that I packed before we had everything. I really should grab one out in the hallway. But you'll get your string to hang the sign. And then you're going to get this little circle. So what this circle is, just a little riser. So you can put it under the jar so that your jar like pops up off of the board. And that way we can tuck the flowers underneath it. And then you're going to get 6 little buttons for the center of your flowers. These are wooden buttons. You can paint them. I did not paint them, but they definitely can be painted. I think when I do the craft night with the members, I'll probably paint them. But that's what's included in any of the kit memberships. So if you're a deluxe kit club member, if you are a transfer club kit club member, or if you're a decoupage kit club member, you're going to get all of this. And then we will move into the transfers. So if you are a transfer club member, you're going to get the transfers that go with it. So with the transfers, we have the fruit of the righteousness. This whole sheet is lemons. And we've got whatsoever you do, do it heartily. We have be fruitful. Ye shall know them by their fruits for sheet 1. Sheet 2 has I call it the jam jar. Well done, good and faithful servant. It's got some larger strawberries here, and it's got some strawberry little groupings. We've got the vintage strawberries. We have enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Down here we have, and God bless them, be fruitful. And that's from Genesis 1:28. Then we've got fruit of the Spirit, and then it has the fruits of the Spirit underneath it. Love, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. And then for sheet 3, we've got more of the verses on there. So we have, well done, good and faithful servant. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Again, the jam jar and the lemon on this one are sized for coasters. Then we've got some larger strawberries and lemons, which reminds me, when I packed this kit, it did not have I should have checked this kit before I start doing this. You also get these 2 cutouts in your kit as well. So the strawberry looks like this. And then the lemon cutout looks like this. That will be in the little baggie as well. It was not in the baggie that I just showed you because when I packed that kit, we didn't have them cut out yet. But you will get those in the kit. So I'm going to be using one of the little strawberries today, but you'll also get the little lemon cutout. If you don't have the transfers, you can paint them. You can use paint pens. You could decoupage them. You could put fabric over them. So there is other ideas. I'll be using the paint pen on this one today. So I'll show you that. But those do come in the kit. So these 2 transfers right here are the ones that are designed to fit the cutouts that come in the kit. Then you also have, ye shall know them by their fruits, in 2 different fonts. Just this little message, good fruit here, more strawberries and lemon vines. And then the full verses are, his Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord, from Matthew 25:21. And that's in 3 different fonts, again, for our card makers. So if you are a member of the Transfer Kit Club, you'll get everything in the kit, including the transfers. And the last but not least is our napkins for our decoupagers. And I did go in and grab an extra one of these. I showed these in the workshop week last night. So I've got everything, I'm all disorganized. Hi, Miss Elizabeth. She says it's going to be a fun project. This one was. I was begging my husband. I'm like, can I get that cut out? Can I get that cut out? Can I get that cut out? And I made this like 3 weeks ago because I was so excited to make it. And it is so fun. I loved the technique of doing the flowers with the fabric. I hadn't done that before, and it was so fun. And it's so easy. All right, so for the napkin club or the decoupage kit club, you're going to get 2 of the well done, good and faithful servant. And I'll show you it this way because I feel like the light is a little bit better here. So that's your jam jar one. These will fit, all of our napkins fit the pop and swap frame. So you do have these for the pop and swap. The second one is, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. So again, we brought in the pinks, the strawberries, the yellows. I just love these napkins. Like the colors just make you happy. When we saw them sitting on the shelf, hey, Deborah, they're just happy, fun summer colors, and I'm ready for it. Then the next one is this picnic one. Ye shall know them by their fruits. And it's got a sweet little strawberry picnic and a lemon and some daisies. You're probably looking at my fingers over here on the other camera. So that's the third one. You'll get 2 of those. And then 2 of the fruit of the righteous. And that is your pinks and your yellows. This is the same one that's in the transfer. And then the hymn for this month is Who Will Follow Jesus? And this one we did a little bit differently. We went back and forth on this. Do we do like the regular antiquing, or do we soften it up and bring in a little bit of the pink and the purple? And we did decide to soften it up and bring in a little of the pink. So it's not our traditional antique hymn. The actual hymnal part of it is more of like a purple. So we'll see. We'll get feedback. Oh, Karen says she just signed up this last week for the deluxe kit. Perfect, Karen. Yeah, so you're going to get everything. So with the napkin club, if you're just in the napkin club, you'll get 2 of each of these napkins. If you're in the deluxe kit club or the decoupage club, you'll get the full project and all of the napkins. And then if you're in the transfer kit club, you'll get the kit plus the transfers. And if you're in the deluxe club, you will get everything, including the printables, for free. So again, Deborah made a suggestion for these to fit our pop and swap frames, which if you have not seen our pop and swap frames, these are them. These are sized to exactly fit our napkins. I'm going to resize the printables to fit this as well so that you can use them for that. But the fun part of the pop and swap is you can pop it out. You can do a different design on the back. And then for every tile, you get 2 designs. And then you can leave this out and you can just change it for each season or however you want to do it. It just gives you a ton of options. So that is the kids for this month. I'm going to jump into playing with these printables. So let me clear this stuff out. We do have a ton of members joining us already from the workshop week. So I'm excited. I have a bunch of videos that I need to do to welcome the members. I thought I could get them done before I got on this live, but it wasn't happening. As you can tell, I haven't even done my hair yet today because I am just running crazy over here, I tell you. The workshop week has been amazing, but it is a lot to put it together. And so I was up late, but I did have most of this stuff ready to go. So we're good there. Where did I put this? I'm going to put this back here. And then we're going to have some fun with some jars. So the one, I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I was going to use a different one, but I think I'm going to use this one. So what I have for the jars. Now this is, I think this was an olive jar. Probably olives or pickles. I'm not sure. I try and save my jars. So I'm going to do this one first, and then I'm going to just do another one. And I will take it out of the water now because I want to show you what I did. So in a perfect world, I would have gone to the store and got a brand new bottle of jam. But it's workshop week. And do you think I've been to the store at all? No. Okay, so what I did is I went to my fridge and I got my jar of Smuckers because this was my vision. And I have it soaking in here. And what I did, I took off most of the label, but I've just been soaking it in this warm water. And then I take my transfer tool and just scrape off any of the sticky stuff. So I put it in there one more time just so I could get the last of this little sticky stuff and just show you what I'm doing. Let me get my bucket of water out of the way. So ideally, you would have a new jar because we're not gifting anyone a used jar of jam, but I just wanted to kind of give you the idea of what it could look like. So the Smuckers, this was just a sugar-free Smuckers, if you're wondering like what kind it is. And the label came off pretty easy. I soaked it in some hot water and then I just scraped it off the first time. And then now I got most of the sticky stuff off. So I'm just coming again and scraping off the rest. And I'm just showing you this now because I'm going to dry it and then I'm going to let it sit here for a minute while we're doing the other jar so that it's nice and dry when we get to the other part. But the transfer tool is great for this because it just scrapes off the rest of that little gunk. And then I just have my handy dandy rag to just get it all off. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and dry. And then I'm going to have it just sit over here while we're doing the first one so that I know it's completely dry. Elizabeth says alcohol wipes when you're down to that glue. That's a great idea. I have some of those. They're in the bathroom. Pam, that's a great idea. She'd love to see a craft on a sparkling grape juice bottle. Maybe next week. I think I have that jar too. I love that. I think we'll be doing a lot of jars, not a lot, but I think we'll be really focusing on jars this month as I go through the tutorials because they're so easy to recycle. And for this one, I am going to be using the sticky paper again. Hopefully I remember how to use it this time. I'm going to be using it to help us with the lid. And then I'm also going to be using it to apply the label. Now, y'all have to remind me because I am already having a brain fart. I'm going to go ahead and just cut out the square. I got to remember face down or face up. That's the part I messed up on last time. I think it's face up, right? It's only been a week and I've already forgotten. All right, so we're going to take our sticky paper. This little section I have here should be enough. And we are going to peel off actually, I'm going to cut it down so I'm not even working with, because this stuff sticks to everything. Cindy, I get the sticky paper from Amazon. I do have a link. Myself. I removed myself accidentally. Let me click over here. I have it linked on my favorite things post, which if you're outside of the live at the top of the page, it will have that. When I get done with the video, I can go in, I'll go in and edit the link as well. So on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, which I don't think anyone's on YouTube, but it will say, oh, here's why I can't see comments. Hold on. Ah, there we go. I'm like, I can't see comments over here. Look, now it works. Now everything is working. Yeah, so I will come back and I will add the link into the description. But yeah, I get it from Amazon and it comes, I think it's, yeah, 10 sheets. And so far I've only used, I think, 1 sheet. But the catch is to put it on the sheet correctly. And this is where my brain's like, meh. But I did it face down and that was the wrong way to do it. I'm pretty sure it's face up because what's going to happen is we're going to stick it on here and then we're going to peel off the back. So it should be face up. So you peel off that yellow. I got to get up here where you can see. I just peeled off the yellow. And so this part right here is the sticky part, which I'm trying not to get stuck to. There we go. I have a little piece of straw from last night that is now trying to stick to my sticky tape. Like this stuff is super sticky. Think like mousetrap paper. Like it's sticky. Okay, we got it on there. All right, so now we're just going to put our design on it. Pam, a clear contact paper would probably work. I've never worked with that. So we're just going to put it on there. And it doesn't have to be exactly like right here, the sticky is coming over the edge. That's fine as long as we get all the design on the sticky. And it looks like I might have missed the very tip of my little flower here. So I probably should have had that lined up better, but that's what I get for trying to use a scrap piece of paper. But I'm gonna get my smaller scissors. Again, this is why I do it, so you guys can see all my mistakes and then you don't have to make the same mistakes. So from there, we're just gonna cut out around the edge of this design. And what I love about this, because the sticky paper is definitely going to be a part of my arsenal now, especially for printables, because for me, this is a way, I'm able to use way more of the printables, especially the smaller ones, because you're basically turning it into a sticker. And then we can just seal it and we're good to go. This is going to take me a minute to go all the way around, but let me know in the comments, have you used the sticky paper before? Did you buy it since we did it last time? I was so excited about the sticky paper for this month's printables. I'm not even going to lie, because I struggle with the decoupaging the printables. And it could be just me, because I've seen a lot of you that do amazing things. There's one lady, I can't remember her name. She sends us, she'll do like a whole bunch of months worth, and then she'll send us the pictures. And you can't even tell they're printables. And she does them on everything. I've seen her do them on candles. I've seen her do them on baskets. Like, she is just does amazing things with the printables. So I've been trying to challenge myself to keep coming up with more ideas that we can use these printables for, because it's such a great value to be able to have them and then download them and then just have them at your disposal for whatever comes up, whether that's ministry gifting or ministry classes, or you need a gift for someone, or you want to make a card. And because they're by theme, you can just pull up whatever theme best fits your whatever you have going on. Okay, so when we get to this edge here, this is where I didn't get any sticky on the edge of that edge. So I'm just going to cut it down to where the sticky is. So that one little tab right here is going to be a little bit shorter than the others. In fact, I need to go a little bit shorter, but we'll come back to it. I got to get around this one first. Deborah says she bought it. I just love it, and I'm so excited to be using it with these jars. I think that was Elizabeth Bucci's idea. She's like, I'd love to see it on jars, and I was like, you and me both. And then I went in a panic through my drawers, because for the most part I saved jars, and then I think there's been a couple times that I was like, the last few jars I was like, oh, I already have plenty of jars, and I put them in the recycler and I didn't save them. And then as I was looking for a jar for this project, I realized I don't have that many jars. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, this one here is the one that I didn't quite get to the edge of the sticky paper. So we're just going to cut it down the teeniest amount, and no one's going to know. Only you ladies that were here. All right, so now basically this is a sticker. So figure out if your jar has a seam. This one doesn't. Oh, it does. Just kidding. All jars probably have seams. So I just want to make sure that that seam is in the back. And I am going to place it here on the front. So this is kind of, it is like a wide mouth jar, but if you made like cookies are small enough, you could fit cookies in here. Or even if you just bought cookies, you could put cookies in here. You could fill this with, I thought it would be cute for, I think there's a seam on both sides. Okay, just kidding. There's a seam on both sides. I was also thinking, again, if I got to the grocery store, which I did not, I've seen a bunch of crafts for 4th of July where they're layering like red, white, and blue jelly beans. And then you could do that, and it could just be a little centerpiece. Like, how cute is that? All right, so here's where we get a little bit tricky. So I'm going to use my scissors to keep the jar from rolling around on me. I'm going to take a deep breath so I can get this straight. Let me move it over here a little bit for you. So the key is going to be to get this sucker on here straight. So the first thing that we have to do is we got to separate the back from it. And on some other ones I've done, I've actually left a little tab to separate it. Of course, I didn't do that on this one because I was chatty Cathy. And I don't have my glasses. All right, we're going to get it. Hold tight. Here we go. You just kind of got to get an edge. Sometimes it is easier if you leave like a little tab around the design to separate it. But it's like a sticker. You know how some of them are hard to catch the edge? And so you just peel it off. And this is now your sticker. Yeah, Cindy says leave the seams to the side. I will learn, ladies. I'll learn. Okay, so this one does have like a little lip right here. But I also want to leave some room at the top because the top I'm going to do is going to come down a little bit. So I'm just going to try and get it straight. And then just like we do on the decoupage, you're going to want to work from the center and then go around to the side. And then that's how easy it is to put it on a jar. Now we can fill this with any fun things we want, but we're not just going to leave it like that. Here, I'll kind of put it up here so you can still kind of see it. It wants to run everywhere. All right, well, it might roll away. Okay, I also wanted to use the sticky paper to stick my fabric to the top of this jar. So I'm going to get another sheet out. Cindy says same on either side. I'm not sure what that meant. But for this one, what we're going to do is I'm going to use the jar lid. And I'm going to just go around. I did kind of butt it up to a corner here. So I'm trying to maximize the use of my, I don't know, bigger scissors or smaller scissors are better for this. I'm trying to maximize my sticky paper because I do have 10 sheets, but now this doesn't need to be perfect because we're just using it to stick the jar. I'm going to come inside the line a little bit because I know that line went around the outside. Again, I'm not the best scissor cutter, and it's also hard when you're on a live and you're a little bit nervous. Sip, sip. It's going to be fine. All right, so for this one, I'm going to leave a little tag that I'm going to cut off later. So I just left like the smallest little bit here. And I didn't leave the edge, which would have been smart. I swear. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. Okay, so there we go. I'm pulling off the top. And I'm just going to center this on my fabric as best I can. And I can cut this off. I don't even know if having that really did anything, but. Now, you don't even need this to stick it on the top of the jar. The reason I'm doing this is because I have found when I try to do jars like the way I want to do them, I can't get the fabric to stay where I want on the jar. And I've used glue before and it leaves bumps. And so I didn't want to do that. Now this is the first time I've used sticky paper on this, so we'll see if it sticks. Yeah, it's sticking. Yay! So you can just see it's on there right there. And then again, I'm just using it to make the fabric stick where I want. So when I do the outside jute, it doesn't move around on my jar. Yay! Again, so I've done jars in the past, but when I use the glue, like you can see the texture of the glue underneath the jar lid, and I didn't like those bumps. Hey, Kelly Jean. So now we have the fabric stuck on there. Perfect. So now we can put our lid on, and our fabric isn't going to go anywhere when we do the jute around the outside, which is what I'm going to do next. So I've got this scrap of jute here that I'm going to, ooh, maybe I want to use that raffia too. I think I am going to add some raffia. So now I don't have to worry about the fabric kind of going all the places. And I think I'm actually going to do it upside down. Oh, someone told me before to use a rubber band. Do you think I grabbed one in here? Nidia, yeah. Can you bring me a rubber band? See, I've got assistants. Someone else, I forgot. I'm just remembering now. They're like, use a rubber band. And I'm like, oh, so smart. And then I forgot. Thank you so much. All right, this will make it easier because if we put the rubber band, which you could probably do without the sticky as well, but then that's going to hold this down, and then we can do the jute without any issue. So I don't remember who that was, but thank you. So from here, I'm just going to pull the fabric all the way around to make sure I have all the edges that I want. I don't remember who told me that. Was it you? Was it you, Elizabeth? I feel like it might be. But now we've got like the nice little edging here, and we don't have to fight it. Now we can put the jute around here. And I'm going to do a few wraps around. And I'm actually going to turn it so that I'm ending in the front. Hold on. All right. I had to adjust it a little bit so that my edges were not coming down in the middle of my well done part. Because I do like to make the bows and stuff a little out to the side. And I'm just adjusting the rubber band so that it's all tucked. There we go. Okay, now we can wrap. And this is just a scrap string, so I'm not actually sure how much I have. But it's just going to be as much as you want. Did you see that? I almost lost my jar. All right, and then I'm going to tie it here in the front, and I've got way too much, but that's fine. And for right now, I'm just going to tie a knot because I'm going to do like a little like jute and raffia bow. So I can leave myself some strings. That'll just give it extra little strings for right now. So this is what we have right now. All right, I am going to grab some raffia, but before we do that, I'm going to paint my little, I'm going to get, usually I have, oh, here we go. I'm like, usually I have scrap paper or something. I'm going to paint my little strawberry, and I am going to use, y'all, I'm lost. I want to use the transfer as my guide because honestly, I don't know what a strawberry looks like off the top of my head. All right, so I'm going to basically mirror, I'm going to copy like what they have here. So I've got my green, I got green, I have red, and I have black. And I do need a piece of paper, and this is a little glossy, but it's what I have, to start my markers. So I think I'm going to use the red first. Will you be sealing the sticker on the jar? Cindy, I would. I'm going to do a spray because my hands are, I have a heavy hand with the Mod Podge. But yeah, I would, just because if it gets wet, it is going to have some issues. Oh, I have not used this red yet. Oh, I might have not just used this end. This is the thicker end. All right, it's coming. It's deciding. All right, so I just want to make sure it doesn't go all crazy with the paint. All right, so we're just going to paint the strawberry. And these are the Magi paint pens. And I'm going with the red first because I can come over the red with the green. Also, we do have extra strawberries and lemon like pears. I have not put them on the site, or I have not put them up for members to get, but they're going to be available to members. I've got to get them on the site if you want extra ones. Because so cute. Why would you not want? Okay, so then we have the green. So I'm going to do the outside first. And then this scares me a little bit because I've got to do a little bit of freehand, but it'll be fine, right? I could draw. Okay, so let's see. We kind of got like, I don't think really we can mess this up too much, but I'm like my own worst critic, so. All right, we're going with that. I'm not gonna mess with it, but I feel like it's not too bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, these are fun. I might be telling my husband we need more fruit cutouts because yes. All right, so if you don't have the transfer club, this is another option if you have the kit to paint your strawberries. All right, and then it has little yellow seeds. I'm gonna do, or little orange seeds, but I'm gonna do little black ones. All right, y'all pray for me because this could get crazy. All right, just gonna do little black. I'm not the best at like random because I like to make everything kind of symmetrical. All right, leave it alone, Melanie. I think we did it. Okay, how cute is that strawberry? Now, when you use the paint pens, you'll know once it dries, the paint kind of comes in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just come back out. I don't want to touch the black, but I'm going to come back out and just hit the edges again because when it dried, it just pulled in the tiniest bit. So I just want to make sure that the edges did get covered. And then we're going to let that dry over here. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. I kind of want to do like 5 more. Oh, no problem, Cindy. Cindy says she's going to catch the rest on replay because she's got to run. Okay, so now we've got, this is what I'm going to use for like the center of my little bow. And then I wanted to print these out on cardstock, but I didn't get that far. I want this other sheet of labels. Where's that? I know I got 2. All right, hold on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna use this one. I'm gonna get the sticker paper again. Oh, actually, this one has lemons, and I should probably be using strawberries because I've got strawberry on there. So I'm going to do this little thank you one. I think these would be so cute for like neighbor gifts, or like when people move into your neighborhood and you know they're new and you usually give them cookies or something. Like you could put something in here. You could fill this jar with anything. And I have cardstock. I would just print it out on cardstock, would be easier. But I forgot I moved my shelf. Hold on, I'm gonna get a little cardstock tag. See, I get organized and then can't find anything. All right, I've got to scooch my computer again. I have these little cardstock tags that they're already done, but I just need the cardstock backing. Kelly Jean, the printables are going to be for members. You're going to get them on the 1st. So they'll come through with your membership because I don't have a way to send them early without recharging you. So look for them on the 1st. I know it's hard to wait. Well, this side doesn't have like a thinger. All right, so we're going to do the same process that we did with the other ones, where we just peel off the back so that we can get to the sticky part. We're going to stick. What just happened? All right, that left the sticky on this side. So what the heck? Don't mind me pulling my little things out of the trash. It's fine. All right, so if that happens to you where it comes off on the part that it's not, just stick it to whatever side didn't come off. And again, I would just print these on cardstock, but I just kind of want to give you the full picture. So I'm going to make it work. I probably shouldn't even have cut it out this because I'm going to have to cut it out again. So I'm going to stop doing that because I'm just going to have to cut it out again. All right, so I'm going to stick it again. This stuff sticks to everything. I know, Kelly, the waiting is so hard. All right, so now we're going to separate it. And because it's separated on the wrong side, it's funny because I swear every time I use these, I come up with more challenges. So if it happened to me, it's going to happen to you. So I'm glad that it happens. All right, and then I'm just going to stick it to my cardstock. I just need it to be a little bit thicker so that I can attach it to the jar as a tag. If you just use just the paper, it's going to be really thin. And you kind of want some substance to it on the jar, you know, as like a tag, as a gift tag. These are not the scissors. These are not them. Also, small plug. These are Guggenheim scissors, and I will tell you, they're totally worth it. They have specials that happen all the time. I saw them on a Facebook ad, and it was kind of a splurge for me for scissors, but I would wait till they have like their deals, but totally worth it. I have to hide them here in the drawer so my son doesn't use them. All right, there we go. Just straighten this one out just a little bit. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole in it. with my handy dandy hole puncher. You want to make sure you go down enough that you're going to be able to hang it. And then we're good. All right, so we've got our tag, we've got our little strawberry. Now we're going to come back and make our bow. All right, I was going to use my Bowdabra, but I can't find it. Just kidding. Here we go. And I am going to grab some raffia for fluff. All right, so you want that to put the tag in there, whatever you're going to tie it with first. I'm going to do the raffia, I think, on the front. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of a thicker piece. And like most of my bows, because we're doing small projects, I generally just keep it to the width of the Bowdabra, maybe a little bit extra, because we're not doing like a super huge project. All right, I'm going to tuck that tail in there, and then I'm going to go in with the jute. You could put some scraps in here too, like some fabric. You know what? I think I'm going to add some too. Should I? I actually don't think I have many colors that'll work right now because we've been sending out all the pastels in the workshop week kit. So I'll just leave it. All right, we're going to take our tags, our little ties, and just tighten it really good. Give it another tie. Zhuzh it up. Now for me, I like the pieces that are cut to come down on the bottom. So sometimes you have to like pull them out, get them the direction that you want to go. This tie is a little bit longer, so I think I'm going to use it. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do it a different way. I'm really OCD about how the tags hang. So I'm going to put it on its own string, and I'm going to glue it to the jar so it hangs where I want it to hang. Is it just me? Like when I get done, I want everything like just so. So we'll just loop it through, tie a knot. It doesn't need to be super long because I just need enough to glue it where I want it to hang. Ah, Kelly says go for the fabric. I think I don't have any good colors back there. I think I have a lot of greens. I'm trying to stick to the red. All right, so we've got our tag, we've got our bow. I'm going to snip these. So I'm going to do the bow. Actually, I think I'm going to do the tag first, and then I'll do the bow, and then I'll put the little strawberry on there. So we're just going to, did this thing die on me? Yes. Why, Lord? Okay. We'll charge it while we're doing that. Fully charged last night. Turned it off last night after the live. Dead already today. All right, we'll switch to do the other one. I'll come back and do that one because we have this other one. Where's my tag? All right, let's do our jam jar. While that's heating up. All right, just getting that stuff out of the way because we don't need it. Okay, so this was my vision. Get a jar of jam, even like a Dollar Tree jar of jam. It doesn't have to be anything special. And we're going to use the sticky paper And we're going to use one of the jam jar labels. So we have got, now obviously you probably wouldn't want to have made with love if you didn't make the jam, but that's totally up to you. But I like this Fruitful Servant jam. And so I'm going to use that one. Let's see what is the other color of the other one. Because we have it in 2 different colors. All right, so we have it with, these are 2 different patterns. So you've got the stripy or you've got the checkered, and then 2 different versions of the strawberries. Now, if I made the jam, I would probably be using one of the Good Fruits Made with Love. So we're going to loose cut it first. Same thing. We're just going to be using our sticky paper. And for these, you could probably use one of the borders too. Let's see if it wraps around. Do we have enough to wrap around the whole jar? We do. So you could use the banners or the borders too. All right, I'm going to try to stick near the edge this time so that I can get that edge to peel it off, because I seem to be having issues with this. All right, so I'm making sure I have that edge to peel it. I just think, like, for me, I always struggle with like neighbor gifts. For example, on Mother's Day, like my neighbor got me like this whole kitchen Mother's Day, like the little like silicone spoon and like the little, what do you call it? The glove, so you don't burn yourself. And like I struggle with what to get people. And with this, I'm like, I could buy jam at the store and put this on it, and it's just a little something extra, but it's just the sweetest. So I'm just cutting right along the edges. And I'm giving up on having a little tab to pull it because I don't think that's helping me. It helps me the first time. It doesn't really help me the second time. So we just cut out our little label. Now, if you wanted to do something on here, you could take, if I haven't used these much, where did I put them? I was thinking stamps, but again, I got all organized. I say that, but did I really? You get so organized, can't find anything. All right, I have the little stamps. I think these are in my favorite things too, but they're like all the little letters. So I am just gonna do something simple like blessings, because I just kind of decided to do this last minute. So let's hope I can spell blessings right. Oh, Kelly has a great idea. Aldi's has gourmet jams, perfect for this. Love that, and I love my Aldi's. So yes, that's where I will be going. That is a great suggestion. All right, so I'm just, you could put their name in here. You could put anything. You could put from whoever it's from, BLE. All right, that was a little light, but I'm not doing it again because you know I'm going to mess it up. No. Again, this is just an idea. S. S. I. N. Gotta find G. You could put a Bible verse in here too. All right, so that's just if you've used stamps on it. You could also use the stamps for the smaller tag too, like the ones that don't have anything on them. All right, that doesn't want to close. I'm gonna do my glue gun now. Wouldn't you know, here in the charger, it says it has three bars. I tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another this week. I'll swear. It's one of those weeks. Now you could do the top of the jar the same way that we just did the other jar too, which is probably what I would do. So it looks like a little bit more fancy. All right, if you have a sharp corner, it's easier to get off. All right, so that's our sticker. And then we're just gonna put it on our jam jar here. Right over where the other label went. Now this jar had a little border at the top, so if I was gonna do it again, I would make sure I get it under the little lip. So mine kind of went above the little lip, and you can see it's wrinkly right there. So keep that in mind when you're doing it for yourself. This is actually gonna go back in my fridge, so I'm not that concerned about it. But yeah, if it has a lip, make sure that you get it under that little lip and it will lay flatter. But how fun will these be for gifts? Like, I think this is such an easy Christmas gift. You could even put it in a little basket with some other, you know, little breads or crackers or charcuterie fun stuff. Okay, let's see if my glue gun is ready to report for duty. I just love that for gifting. So fun. Let me get an off glue stick. Glue stick too. Put something between the sticky side and the paper, maybe like a plastic knife, and then you can take it apart. This is a good idea from Deborah. All right, glue gun is deciding to work. We're back in business. I love that. Cut it off, hoping you can take this and make a sense out of it. Yes, yes, I get what you're saying. Like, stick something in between it. Like, even another piece of paper would work. Again, I have to keep playing with this because this was new to me as of last week. So I just keep messing with how to do it or how to make it work a little bit better. And I think I learn something every time. So I'll probably keep messing with it because it is my favorite. It just makes it so easy. All right, so again, oh, teacher's gift. These would be great for teacher's gifts. I know school's out, but all right, I'm just gonna bring that little tail around because it wanted to go up, the little tail from our thank you tag. So I just kind of tucked it back down. All right, so we've got our little bow on it. And now we can we're gonna be a little bit more generous with the hot glue right here because this is a bigger piece that we need to stick on here. Okay, so there we go. So stinking cute. Again, I would make cookies or do candies in here. You could do little chocolates, Hershey Kisses. You could put anything in this jar. I love those that make things at home that suggested different things. So this is our first little jar. And then again, this is just the jam jar with the label. If I was going to gift it, I would do the top the same because it's just so easy. But that's using the printables and the sticky paper in a couple different ways for the Fruitful Servant theme. Again, I would spray acrylic spray, at least just the sticker part of it. There's two different kinds. There is a gloss and there is a matte. The one I have is a matte. So with that, I may want to outline this so that it's only really, I'm only spraying like this part, but it depends on how picky that you want to get. But this is just two ideas of what you can do with the printables from this month's club. And then again, these little thank you tabs could go on anything. And again, as just a reminder, I would print them out on cardstock. If you print them out on cardstock, you don't have to go through that whole process we did with the sticky paper. If you don't have cardstock though, you can just use the sticky paper and do it that way. So how cute are these? Who's gonna make some jars besides me? Because I'll be saving every jar now because Christmas is coming and these are going to be so easy. So let me go back through the rest of the printables. So the ones that I used was the one from this month's club. So I used this one. This is the printables club. For the bonus sheet, you get a second sheet of different colors and different borders. Then also, this is the second bonus sheet of you have the gift tags with the lemons. The one that's included has gift tags with the strawberries. Then we also have the well done, good and faithful servant. Again, I'm going to be resizing these so that they fit the pop and swap frame. So Kelly, it's a good thing you don't have yours yet because if you had it right now, it wouldn't be the right size. But those of you that have already signed up and got your memberships, if you're a new member, which again, I think there's only like 4 that we'll need to resend, we will resend you the correct sizing once I get that uploaded. So we'll resize that to the pop and swap size. Then you've got the fruitful servant. This size is great for cards. And then you've got the border, the fruit border here. It's got flowers and it almost looks like little olives, but that wouldn't make sense in flowers in a flower design, but little berries. Then you've got your repeat printed pattern along with the daisies repeat pattern. And then you have the ye shall know them by their fruits. Again, we'll resize this down to the pop and swap size. And then you've got another round one. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, if you didn't catch it, these are coaster size as well. So this could work on a coaster. So that's what size it is. So those are the printables. Now the printables club, you can just join the printables if you just want the printables. Then we have the transfer club, which has the same well done, good and faithful servant in the coaster size, but this would be on a transfer. The transfer you could just put right on the jar as well without using the sticky paper or anything. That could just go right on the jar. Same with all of these. And you have got the fruits of the spirit here on a little sign. You've got multiple strawberries, a couple watermelons, fruits of the spirit, and also from Genesis. And God bless them, be fruitful. The second sheet is all the lemons. So you've got fruit of the righteous. Whatsoever you do, do it heartily, be fruitful, and ye shall know them by their fruits. And then the third sheet is all of your verses. So we've got well done, good and faithful servant, be fruitful, whatsoever you do, do it heartily. You shall know them by their fruits. This one is coaster size. Then you've got the full verses down here and good fruits. So that's the transfer club. Then I've got the napkin club back here, and I'll show the project one more time for those of you that just jumped on at the end. All right, napkin club, you're going to get 2 of the well done, good and faithful servant in the jam jar. These napkins fit the pop and swap, so those you don't have to do anything to them. You've got the fruits of the spirit in the little strawberry with the pink checkered picnic behind it, and it has all of the fruits of the spirits there listed. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Again, we've got the picnic pattern, little picnic baskets with some strawberries, daisies, little glass of lemonade. The fruit of the righteous larger version with some pink, it's got a pink kind of lace border with some yellow striping. And then the hymn for this month is Who Will Follow Jesus? And it does have like a pink tint to the print, to the antiquing, and also kind of a purpley print on here. So we haven't done that before, but we just did it to kind of match the pinks and yellows. And the project for this month is the Fruitful Servant door hanger. So I measured at the beginning. It's 14 tall and it's 9 wide. And so in the project kit, so if you're in any of the kits, I'll go ahead and remove this one now so you can just see. If you're in any of the kits, you're going to get the full backboard. You'll get the little mason jar. You'll get the 2 little fruits. So you've got the lemon one here and the strawberry. Now in the transfer club, the lemon, where am I at? The lemon and the strawberry on the transfers are what fit on here. Those are what I used for those 2 ones. So this is the lemon transfer, and this one here is the strawberry. I just put the transfer right on the cutout. They're sized to match exactly. So with the project kit, you'll get all of the stuff you need to make the flowers, the little buttons, you'll get the jar, and then I'll show you how I did in the tutorial. It shows you how I did the other, where's my other jar? I know, see, I got everything piled here. Well, I had my other little jar floating around. Oh, here it is. I had my other jar. This jar right here, I did using the napkin decoupage. And then this one, I used the rub-on transfer. So in the tutorial, I show you how to do the little cardboard topper and the antique, the aging on this. I feel like I did a better job on the aging on this one. Kelly says the designs are spot on. So if you have the transfer kit club, this is the option you can do with the transfers. If you have the decoupage kit club, this is the napkin I used because this is decoupage. If you're the deluxe, you could use either one. You could also use a printable for the kit as well because the deluxe club is going to come with the printable. I do expect to sell out. I do. I had, we are completely out. We had to actually make more kits for May because we have so many members want that bookend kit, and we had members that wanted extra ones. So I do expect the same with this one. I would not sit on it. If you're thinking about joining it, I would get in because we only have so many of these we can print, but we only have so many of the design elements that we add to it. Also, I forgot to say, you'll get the greenery as well in the full kit and the string too. So that is the unboxing of this month's designs. I'm so excited. If you are part of Workshop Week, we're going to be going live again in Workshop Week tonight at 5 o'clock. That will be in the Workshop Week group only. We are doing the, I think my gun is just shutting off on its own is what's happening. We're doing printables tonight with the, we're doing printables. We did printables last night. We're doing the antique chippy technique on the tags tonight, and we're using the rub-on transfers. So we're going to be walking through how to do this tag tonight in the Workshop Week group. You can still join that on the website. I can post the link for that too if you want. We're only on night 2. We've got prizes going on in there. The group, I think, is over like 1,800 now. So it's just a fantastic group of new women that are new to Christian craft paper. We're teaching the craft method in there, which is our method for using crafting as worship. And so they've been loving that. And I'm just super excited to see what God's doing in that group. It's been so fun. There's no cost to join that group. You can just join in there, join in part of the fun. It's just a pop-up group that we'll be doing. We're going live every night at 5 o'clock through Saturday. And then after that, the replays will be available for 30 days in that group. If you're a member, they'll be available after the Workshop Week. We'll upload those videos into the member private group, so you'll have them there, so you won't miss out on anything. But that is this month's designs and a little inspiration for what to do with them. And I'm going to go make some lunch and get ready for tonight. But I want to thank you all for being here. I can't wait to see what you do with these brand new designs because you guys are always so creative. And until next time, which is hopefully tonight in the workshop week group, happy crafting.